This is the Banjocast. I don't have any music queued. Going to be admitting it right off the hop. I don't have any music queued for the beginning of this episode. I'm going to go right straight into the stream, as it were. And the stream tonight is going to include something which I mentioned a couple days ago in the stream, which is there are many ways to learn to play the games of the world. Here's an interesting game the world plays. This game is called Secret Hitler. I was talking about it the other night with a couple of people in the stream.
Yeah, on the most romantic day of the year,
This was released on February 14th. It's coming from Total Biscuit, Cynical Brit. I'm not subscribed to him anymore. I admit I unsubscribed to him some time ago. There's a whole level of drama in with this. 0 comments. Wild. I can't believe that one.
Secret Hitler, Valentine's Day edition.
I'm so turned on.
I mean...
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Who wouldn't be, honestly?
The way you said that made me turn on.
Oh, yeah.
That's my excitement and...
Crezo's known for his excitement. And
For the first part of the stream here, I'm going to be letting this rebroadcast straight through and perhaps stopping and laughing from time to time, or pointing out things that we might learn from playing the game of Secret Hitler.
That's one of your defining characteristics and personality traits, I tend to find.
Yeah.
There'll be a quick explanation of the game here. I'm not going to bother.
For you.
Oh,
You think about it, it's
Valentine's Day penis.
Think about
Thank
it.
you.
I'm really jealous. Why don't you
Right
draw one
here,
of those
yeah.
for me?
Well, you got to turn me on first.
Couples edition. I don't know how this is going to work out too well.
There'll be plenty of opportunity for that later on in the show. We're going to be playing Secret Hitler today. This is a Valentine's Day edition,
6
so we
people.
went with couples this time around.
8 would be better,
So,
probably.
First things first, because she'll hit me if I don't. Jenna Bain, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I am so happy and excited not to get shot today. Please don't shoot me. I'm not Hitler. Promise.
She's most likely Hitler. Usually,
I hear that she's likely to be Hitler.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
I think there's a distinct likelihood of Hitler on her side. Our second couple of the day. Jeff in control, try again. Jeff in control,
It's Polish. It's not an easy name to pronounce, to be fair.
I was going to say, I think that was the Czech version, if I recall correctly. But Jeff in control Robinson and Anna Prosser Robinson, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Couples.
Never
So
played
what-
this
Should be an
game, but
interesting
I
game.
like games like this, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see whether or not the relationship survives this game. I got to ask, so why are you, like the rest of us, indoors on Valentine's Day and not out somewhere doing something?
Why are we,
Okay,
Jeff?
actually...
Early in the
there's a
year for
reason
me,
that.
this one was.
So, in the past, every Valentine's Day, I just kind of, 2 weeks in advance or whatever, lined up a restaurant. I was like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Last year.
Did some nice little things. This year, XCOM happened, so I was like,
Oh, God.
I'll do it a week in advance. That should be fine. And I got like laughed off of every phone call I made. I'm like, hey, do you have a reservation for anything on Sunday? And they're like,
Ah!
what are you, from Oregon or some shit? No. And so we are going to have a nice dinner date with local cuisine, which we eat probably once or twice a week, and go see Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
I
The
didn't
Pride,
have a look
Prejudice,
at
and
that.
Zombies part is exciting.
That's
Yeah.
exciting because I've read that book and I absolutely love it. I can't wait to actually see the movie.
Yeah.
Jeff and I both read it. In fact, Jeff read it and gave it to me. And I'm usually
Whoa.
the
So-
Jeff said XCOM happened. This is
It's like an amusement park for adults. Really.
You would like Deadpool, then
Yeah,
they made
you
a
would
couple
like
of jokes
Deadpool.
about
Have you
that.
seen Deadpool? You need to
No,
watch it.
so, welcome to Secret Hitler
Ryan
Valentine's
Reynolds,
Day couples
full frontal
edition.
nudity. Perfect. Absolutely. I mean, what?
Yeah, stop interrupting
Editing.
my intro.
It's
damn
never
it.
done.
Welcome to Secret Hitler Valentine's Day edition. This is the 6-player variant. So there are multiple variants of Secret Hitler depending on the number of players you've got. Tabletop Simulator, which is the software we're using to play it, unfortunately only supports up to 8 players. So we've played 7 and 8 player variant before. We've never played 6, so there's a couple of key differences that you guys need to know that you can actually see right here on the board here. So you may notice that there
There's
is
a penis.
no... Yeah, we may notice that dick. But outside of that, you may also notice that the game does not allow you to look at one person's loyalty card this time. That is not a thing anymore. So the first 2 fascist policies do nothing. However, the third fascist policy allows you to look at the top 3 cards of the policy deck, which is a new power that we've never actually used before. That could be quite powerful. Then, of course, things start to get really bad as we get further along. The 4th and 5th fascist policy enacted involved 2 player deaths, so we would be down to 4 at that point. Now, the other key difference is that there is only 1 fascist, 1 Hitler, and Hitler knows who the fascist is in this variant.
Oh, damn.
Which is not the
So
same.
different.
It's very different. So
We're all going to be learning here.
Yep, in the 7 to 8 and the 9 to 10 player variants, Hitler does not know who the fascist is, but this time around, Hitler does. So expect to see some more, perhaps direct collaboration between the 1 fascist and the Hitler, and then, of course, we have 4 liberals. So it's going to be a little bit different
Hitler,
this time
dude.
around.
It's like Mecha Hitler.
Yeah, Mecha Hitler.
Pretty much. By our powers combined, we are 9
There's a whole bunch of these. There's a whole bunch of these. I think what I'm going to do in order to really make this...
Wireless headphones and a new smartphone.
Gee whiz. I think what I'm going to do here is go back to another episode. I think I might have even watched some of these. Again, no comments. It's amazing. I guess there's too many spoilers in the comments.
All right,
Game
ladies and
is
gentlemen,
starting up
welcome
here.
back to Secret Sundays here on Twitch TV, or if you're watching on YouTube, well, you are also welcome. We're drawing our packs once again. And we've got another game. Current score is a 1 to the Liberals and 1 to the Fascists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my view up on YouTube too, over on youtube.com/wackrendor.
Indeed. I think
I'll be doing that too. YouTube.com/stripping.
I'm pretty sure.
So I will not be doing that.
I won't do it either. Go watch our other channels.
YouTube.com/TobyGames.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I mean, other than the Magic the Gathering tournaments, we must have broken the record for like a tabletop game on Twitch.
Magic,
now,
of
right?
course,
like
being heavy in the news this
was
week.
our peak, I think. Yeah. That's got to be a record, surely.
The last couple weeks,
I've never
really.
seen anything
This
higher
game,
than that.
Go buy the physical copy.
Indeed. Well, it's actually not out yet, so you can't do that. But
Different
you can...
policies this time. So the fascists have to enact 6 policies to win, and there are other ways of winning. If after this mark Hitler becomes chancellor, it's an automatic win. The liberals have to enact 5 policies to win. They'll each be given a random selected card to identify whether they're a fascist, Hitler himself, or a liberal.
Man.
When you can, yes. I mean, so for those wondering about this game, by the way, it was a successful Kickstarter. It's by Max Temkin and Co. Max Temkin is one of the guys behind Cards Against Humanity. We're currently playing a tabletop simulator version of the print and play version. So you can legally get this game for free and print it out. What we're doing is we're using a program called Tabletop Simulator by Berserk Games, and there is a print and play version on Tabletop Simulator, which allows you to play with up to 8 people, which is a bit of a shame because the game actually supports up to 10 with a different board, but the Tabletop Simulator program does not. So if you do want to go and find out more about Secret Hitler, secrethitler.com is the place to go, and I believe their release date is April, I think. They just showed off their very fancy-looking wood box, which I'm very excited to be getting.
Maybe you too can be Hitler.
Indeed.
A secret Hitler.
Sign up now.
All right, everybody has got their packs. So, viewers who do not wish to know what our roles are, it is time for you to now close your eyes and only...
So here's a question. Do you want to know or do you not want to know? We're going to know this time. I'm going to ruin it for you the first time.
open them when I tell you.
Close your eyes. Don't you cheat, viewers.
Well, I mean, they could cheat if they like. It's fine. It's entirely up to them. Some of them might want to know, some of them
It's
might
a
not.
lot more fun if you don't cheat.
Yeah.
Just letting
Indeed.
you know.
It's entirely up to
More
you.
fun if you're trying to figure out, but they're talking about cheating themselves.
Okay, so we're now drawing out the roll cards right here. So we're going to take a look at our own roll cards.
All right.
All right. Once you've seen your roll card, I would suggest
Total Biscuit is a liberal.
that you, just in case you forget, flip it back over once you're sure what you are.
You forget.
Just in case. Cool. All right. Now it's time for everybody to close their eyes. So, all of the players, please close your eyes.
Yes, sir.
Whoever is Hitler, please start slowly moving your mouse around in circles. And the fascists, now open your eyes and show your fascist card on the table to make sure you know who Hitler
So here's Hitler. The fascists will now identify themselves to one another. Hitler keeps his eyes closed.
is and that you both acknowledge who the other fascist is. Hitler keeps his eyes closed at this time.
These are the fascists. They're all in a nice little
All
line
right,
here.
fascists, please put your cards away. Hitler,
Okay.
please stop waving your hand around. The players may now open their eyes. Players, please flip over your party membership and secret roll cards so the viewers can't see them if you happen to be recording or streaming this. And now the viewers can open their eyes.
Badger's Hitler.
Cry Hitler. No, you know what? Jesse's Hitler.
Cry
We're
peaked.
gonna-
Cry peaked. This is definitely going to be the one time where Jesse's Hitler, I feel.
It could be. This could get really bad. Okay, presidency. We'll start with the last Hitler, which is Cry. So, Cry, choose your chancellor.
I was last Hitler.
All right. Okay. Every one of you has fucked me.
The idea is that we are in Weimar, Germany. He holds the office of president, which is an elected position, I believe. And then the chancellor, he nominates. He nominates the chancellor if the vote passes in the Reichstag, which is what all of these individuals make up. Then the chancellor is enacted. They will have a pick of cards from the deck here. They can choose to enact either a liberal or a fascist policy. There's no actual policies different in the deck. It's either one or the other. And depending on their loyalties, they will try to enact fascist policies when they shouldn't.
Jenna, you are the only one to my knowledge who trusted me that one time, even though I didn't deserve it.
That one time.
So why did you just give a
At one time
chancellorship
of
then?
bank
You
out.
acknowledged you didn't deserve it.
Wait, who? Who didn't deserve it? Do you want it then? Here, you can have it. I don't
Okay,
care.
that works.
Just fucking, you can take it.
Aw.
Wow.
Go for it.
Better.
Ooh.
All right, Jenna.
Yay!
This is the not the kind of indecisiveness that we want from a a gotta say.
Already.
All right, that's fine.
All right,
Don't worry
well,
about
we
it.
need to find out who it is anyway,
Total
so
biscuit.
I'm voting yes.
Voting. Yeah.
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 So they have now voted on this process. Everyone has to choose a vote card and flip it over. This is a yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
Where's Jesse?
7.
Jesse
So
run
everyone voted in favor of that.
Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jess. Sehr gut.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what
From time to time, you see a 9.
we voted on, but yeah. Like real politicians, I don't know what I voted on, but yeah, okay.
John McCain.
Out of nowhere, what?
I don't know. I just saw a thing where John McCain was on his phone, like during a thing, and he was like, "I love Candy Crush." I don't know. I saw it on the TV.
Is that what he said?
Can you do a YouTube series called Crenpressions, where it's just you doing your own impressions of people?
Impressions.
I'm
Oh,
John
great.
Sounds
McCain.
the same.
They're all the same.
So the chancellor took 3 of these cards. He has discarded one of them and passing 2 to the president. The president will choose from one or the other, which will happen.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan.
Liberal policy.
Let me say really quick, I drew 2 liberals and 1 fascist, and I discarded the liberal so she would have a choice.
Okay.
Throwing it
That
out
is
there.
correct.
Alright.
He did give me a choice.
All right, so
One of
there's
these.
Wanna
already
throw it
2
out that-
liberals gone from
Yeah,
that
2
pack. So that
liberals
means it's 4. There's only 4 out.
Offering a choice to people in power, like the president, is how you figure out in the first couple rounds who might be Hitler or a fascist.
Out of 10 left in the policy pack. Just bear that in mind.
There's gonna be a lot of split choices coming out.
Possibly, very possibly.
A lot of shade flying around.
And a finite number of cards in the deck of fascist or liberal. There's 10 currently in this deck. And they know 2 liberal and 1 fascist has been picked.
Honestly, it's bad luck that we drew 2 liberals right at the get-go.
Yeah, it
That's
kind of
straight
sucks.
fact.
Definitely kind of sucks. Okay, so Dodger is now president. Dodger, please choose your chancellor.
All right, no elections. President passes around the board in this direction.
I'll give it to you, TB.
All right, sounds reasonable to me.
Chancellor Biscuit.
Can't hold a position twice in a row, the chancellor. So previously chancellor won't be elected chancellor again.
Chancellor Biscuit.
Not this next turn. Until the next turn.
Anybody like us?
To be fair, that is exactly the kind of character that Lucas would write into his movies. Yeah, there we go.
Chancellor Biscuit.
Indeed. Come on, he came up with someone called Jar Jar Binks. I mean, really.
The name's Biscuit. Chancellor Buttermilk.
What? No, not that kind of biscuit. That's a southern thing. We don't make buttermilk biscuits in the UK. That's our thing.
Yeah,
It'd be
but
like
you're in the
it'd
South,
be like it'd
technically.
be a hobnob.
Sausage.
Yeah, I'd be a
biscuits, and
hobnob.
gravy,
A dark
man.
chocolate hobnob is what I
It'd
would
be
be.
a dark chocolate hobnob.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got a dark side. I'm a little bit crunchy.
You're dark-sided.
You don't waver in the face.
Two
of
fascist
popcorn.
policies.
No, I do
Stand
not.
fast.
He doesn't even like tea.
He has to
like
play
the
a
only
fascist policy
biscuit
and
that
discard the
don't-
other one.
All right,
Hot.
so
And
she
you
gave me
can-
two
Oh.
fascist cards.
I did. I had 3 fascist cards, and I discarded one and gave him 2.
Yep.
Likely story.
Well, I mean that is
Gotcha.
statistically pretty likely. So
Yeah, as of
First
right
part of
now,
the
There's
game.
still a lot of
Yeah.
liberal cards left.
But
But-
wait,
there's
so
not.
it's,
There's far
No.
fewer
Only
liberal
like a
cards
couple.
than there are fascists.
it's likely now, but it wasn't last game. How does that make sense? When there was 2 liberal cards last game that was played, then
Well,
I had
last
to
game
play
I
that.
gave you a liberal and a fascist.
Y'all already
Last
arguing.
game
you
doesn't
lied
matter,
about
boys. Come on.
I don't know
I
what's
didn't lie
happening right
about
now.
it.
Already
Yeah,
arguing.
yes, Invicta lied about it.
honestly,
Choose
unless
a
you are
chancellor,
part of the exchange,
president.
no one knows shit of who's saying what as of right now. So
Not yet.
realistically, no one should trust anyone at all.
Brian,
No one's trustworthy.
Brian, let's make a baby.
Yo, let's make a fucking baby,
Make a
dude.
fucking-
Let's fucking
a
do it,
fucking
yo. Let's go
weird
get like
science.
science and shit involved. We'll probably
Yeah.
make one.
I want some babies.
Let's make a fucking baby,
Make
man. A
Everybody's
liberal
having
baby.
babies.
We'll
Let's
make a
Yeah.
liberal child.
Baby.
And you get a
Wow.
Kind of weird that Cry's getting chancellorship so quickly after being president, though.
And you get a baby.
That is
and
questionable.
you get a
Why
baby.
did you give me Chancellor when we haven't tested Krendor, Sinvicta, and Jesse?
Because technically, we haven't tested you either.
I guess that's true.
That is true. That's a fair point.
You got okay. I can't argue with that. That's fine.
I don't know. I mean, you did hand me one of each, so I kind
Chancellor
of
has
trust you
executive
because
power.
You
The
told
president
me the
doesn't.
truth.
He
And
passes
if
the
you were a fascist,
policies
you
that
would've
way,
just
right?
handed me
I mean,
two
it's a moot
fascist
point
cards.
now because everyone voted.
Everyone
yeah.
voted yes
Yeah, no,
anyway,
I
so it doesn't
guess,
really matter.
but-
But
I'm just saying, like, I trust you.
Parliamentary procedure. Oh my.
What will he pick?
You decide.
He picks a card.
Liberal.
He gave me a choice, and that
I
is,
gave Cry a choice. He picked liberal.
I was honestly on the fence though of putting the fascists
I
down
kind
so
of
he
wanted
could
you to,
inspect
so I could
somebody.
investigate someone, but I'm
It's
happy
just-
with a liberal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a double-edged sword there.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing, man.
Yeah, I don't
Either
know,
you
man.
guys
I'm in your
are.
I could ruin it here.
liberal or
Hitler is now
fascist.
president. Not that it matters.
We already
He's
know
got
I'm
no
a big
power
red
in it.
fascist.
Jesse, we already know I'm not a good actor. Okay.
that's
Then
Hitler gets to
Jesse
choose the
picked
chancellor.
Me last time to shoot
Oh, thank you.
whatever. I shall give it to the Cox.
Thank
Chancellor
you.
Cox.
Cox gonna give it to you. I need to remake
Oh,
that
dude,
entire
I don't know
song.
that reference.
yeah, okay.
Everybody vote? Yeah, everyone
Alright.
voted. There's a 9 there.
Just
wasn't
rip
there?
it.
with the time.
Oh.
I didn't feel good about it.
Throwing shade.
Yeah.
What?
I don't feel good about it.
So much.
I don't know. Well, like the whole issue last time was like hey, we had a relationship last game, so let's have a relationship. That was like the weak link in the fascist regime, and that's the first thing Krendor does is hey, we had a relationship, so let's have a relationship. Maybe
Right.
giving his fascist buddy
This
Chancellor.
is
that.
really
Not
just
into
the
it.
worst romance novel I've ever.
I would
Sorry.
not schlick to this.
I would not schlick to this book whatsoever.
Confirmed.
Tissues will go back in the drawer.
No crusty socks here.
First we're gonna cran, then we're gonna roll. Let's do this.
Oh, dude, you got that song stuck in your head now, don't you?
Blame? Oh, Krendor.
Deus
you
Ex gonna give it to you.
What?
All right.
Still better than Twilight.
Of course. One time match.
DMX is still better than Twilight.
DMX is absolutely better than
and
Twilight.
play
DMX is better than a lot of
fascist
things.
It's the question. You kidding?
So the president passed down some shit stuff, and now
I
he
gave him
gets
a
to look
liberal
into
and a
people.
fascist.
False. He gave me 2.
Hitler now gets the chance to figure out who some of the fascists are so that they can collaborate.
Fascists. He
I
gave
didn't
me
give you
2
two fascists. I give you a liberal and a fascist.
You gave me
I don't
2
know.
fascists.
Jesse had like an immediate reaction to the cards, but
gave me 2
Jesse is also a
fascists.
good actor.
Thank you. Oh
I
my
gave him a
God.
liberal
Thank
and a
you.
fascist, dude. This is the second time it's happened.
Say you might be
Yeah,
a
Jesse
fascist.
back in an
Jesse.
actor.
Thank you, Dodger. I never felt.
Well,
I always knew you appreciated my skills. No.
But that was
he
kind of the move we
definitely-
were expecting, though.
He definitely gave me 2 fascist cards.
You're a liberal
and
fascist.
He gave me 2 fascist cards.
I didn't give you 2 fascist cards.
Crendor,
He
Crendor,
swears
you
that he
played your
gave
hand, my
him 2
friend.
fascist
You are
cards.
a fascist. I'm convinced
Oh
of
my
this.
god,
My
Jesse!
God.
No, Jesse is way too like chill right now.
I-
Like, chill, smarmy.
He's saying it.
He's
Jesse
He is a
doesn't
bit.
understand that Jesse has said
Jesse's
something
kind of
while
like
laughing and not while
like
sewing.
Hitler from the last time. You know, oh,
I'm
Hitler
telling-
Jesse.
I'm telling you, you guys are assholes.
Mm.
Crendor, I just ate a tiny Milky Way bar and I'm feeling great right now.
Jesse, no, we have heard you react to things throughout this whole game, and it's always in a pissed off fashion. And this time you're like,
hang on.
"Ew."
Last game I was quiet. I didn't say anything.
No, you
Look,
weren't. You actually repeatedly broke the fucking rules because you couldn't keep your mouth shut.
Look,
So I don't
Jesse-
know.
That is true.
Jesse is not as good an actor as people say he is, and I kind of believe him right now. I think Crendor is
Sam,
the
I
bad
would
right now.
rather be shot as Hitler than you say I was a bad actor.
I'm just saying, I'm kind of seeing
I
through it
would
right now.
rather
Jesse's
be
Hitler.
Hitler
Jesse's
than be
Hitler.
called a bad actor.
Well, you're neither.
We've already.
Well, one way or the other at the moment, it was suspicious about
President doesn't
Crendor
want to be
and
talking about it
Jesse.
anymore.
I mean, you're
Either
calling
way.
me,
You know what?
Jesse. I'm
I'm
trying
I
to
mean,
stay up.
and, you know, I'm gonna be
No,
honest,
no.
Strip, and I don't like the fact that you're
President.
jumping to Jesse's defense
Crendor,
so easily. You have
you
no information
investigate,
to
you
go
don't
on
pick
here.
president.
But
No,
you
you
don't. Yeah, you don't investigate.
Oh, I
You investigate, Crendor.
Okay.
Crendor, who are you investigating?
Picking president is another power.
You son of a
Because
bitch.
here's the thing, right? Is like the fascists will play on the fact that Jesse is a good actor. That's like the go-to. Like, Jesse, he's a fascist because he's such a good actor is the go-to. And for like every fucking game, that's what the fascists do when
Here's the
Jesse's
deal.
not a fascist.
Here's the deal, guys.
Gonna.
I need this. Can someone just give me a bullet so I can kill Crendor? It's a good story.
Wow.
Okay.
I just
whatever.
want to kill
Wow.
Crendor.
I'm going to
You
investigate.
betrayed me, Crendor. You betrayed us.
Crendor, investigate someone that isn't Jesse.
Yeah. I already. Well, I gave him the 2 things. He
Well,
picked the
yeah, of
thing.
course. You know,
I'm gonna
investigate
give-
someone that we're not sure about.
Look at Sam.
Crendor's asking
I would
for
say.
information.
Sam is a
Don't
bit
be-
sketch,
don't wanna look
actually.
at-
Don't
Look
be
at me.
swayed.
I-
Look
I-
at me, you piece of shit.
Crendor.
Look at me.
I
be
like
swayed.
I like you looking at Crendor. I like you looking at Strip because I'm just Strip's
Look at this ass. You
a
see
little
this
bit
ass?
too defensive of Jesse right now.
You want this ass?
That's true.
Oh my god.
You know what?
Crendor,
I'm gonna
I've
look
never
at-
felt
I'm gonna
so
look at-
A
betrayed.
liberal.
No! Don't look at that.
no,
That's the
no.
wrong card, Strip. Don't.
All right.
You better not. I hope you had not looked at that. You only hand the partnership membership card over,
Yeah,
never the
it's
secret
a
roll
membership
card. Never.
They have 2 cards. One is a secret role, and the other is a party membership. They'll be the same.
All right. Sam's a
Oh
liberal.
Jesus. Sam's a liberal.
Sam's a
I
liberal.
don't know that I trust either of you now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sam's a liberal, dude. I just looked at it.
I don't know that I
Damn.
trust.
I am a
Crendor,
liberal. I am a
Crendor,
liberal. He's right.
Crendor, you gave me 2 fascists. You are 100%
I didn't
fascist. I
give
do not
you
believe
Hang
a
on,
word.
hang on,
said.
hang on.
You know
He
what?
lied about
I
one
just
thing and
sided
he's
with
telling
you
the
and
truth about
accused
the
Crendor
other.
or something, and then he was
Okay.
right. I'm a
Here's
know
the
what?
thing. I trust Crendor so little right now. I don't know what else to believe. Crendor is
I
a
know
fascist.
I got shot in the foot last time saying
Oh
this,
my
but I don't trust
God.
Jesse.
So,
I don't trust
Crendor's got the secret role card, Hitler, plus the fascist party card.
Right now, I feel like Strip and Crendor and Jesse are all fascists.
No. I think Crendor and Strippin are okay. I do think so. I don't trust Jesse right now. I don't know why, but I don't
Oh,
trust him.
man.
Sorry, Jesse.
I'm not gonna say.
All right, who is next president?
Because I don't know.
Sinvicta?
I'm up. I'm up.
Okay,
I'm up.
Sinvicta's up.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Victus fascist.
Sinvicta, who is your chancellor going to be?
I have many thoughts going through my mind right now. I'm gonna nominate. I'm gonna take a wild card here.
No, don't pick me.
Chancellor? Who was chancellor?
That would be my 3rd time. Don't pick me.
Yeah, why do you... Well, that's not a wild card. Cry's been
That's
chancellor
not,
already.
Yeah, that's too many times.
That's
Pick
the least
someone like
wild
Jenna,
card. That is the
TV even,
domesticated
not me.
card.
I have been too much in. Do not pick me.
I've made my decision.
You are literally
Oh,
putting blame
what a
on me now.
bastard.
Why are you doing that?
Hmm.
What a
You're
bastard.
making
made my-
me suspicious now.
I
Why
have,
would you
I
do
have
that?
made my decision.
He could have picked
Based
the guy
on
right
what?
next to him, because this guy hasn't been checked out yet.
I'm voting
This
What?
is weird.
Based
This
on
is
what?
super Weird.
because people keep putting me in. That's suspicious.
Here comes a
I
no
vote
vote.
no on this.
I'm
Yeah,
voting
I
no.
don't know.
I'm voting
Solid
no as well. That's
Solid
not a
no.
good decision. That's not a good
Crendor.
call.
Crendor,
Nine.
I think one of
Look,
my-
look.
I think one of my
Oh,
voting cards
government's
is over.
down. Government
We're
goes
not
Nines
down.
have it.
No.
So no, we're not electing that. Okay, the presidency now passes to Jen.
Pres-
Jen, who do you
President
nominate as
goes to
chancellor?
the next, the counter goes
I
forward.
don't know.
Oh, I got it.
trust
I found-
any of you.
I found it. I found it, Crendor. I found it.
Oh
Right.
god.
Jen, in my
George, you
personal
cut me
opinion,
so deep. So deep.
as of right now, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
Strippin might be okay.
He
TB,
might be.
I'm not 100%, but TB so far.
Here's the thing. Right now, you have no reason to trust me one way or the other, because I really haven't shown you anything.
Honestly, I would right now in the position we're in give it to TB personally.
Or me. I'm cleared.
I know you're cleared, but we don't have any real information on TB.
I do agree. I don't think we have very much information on TV.
This is why conspiracies have a hard chance of existing if they have more than 3-4 members. Even with 3, it's hard.
So... You gave me those cards! You liar! You liar! You were my friend and you
This guy yelling over here.
Can we vote?
He does protest too much.
Alright.
Alright.
God.
I'm obviously voting yes.
Jesse doesn't act, he just yells at you until you cave emotionally.
Pretty much, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
Trade me, Krendor. I'll never forgive this. We'll meet on the plains of Glocklorin.
A doom battle.
How do you spell that, Jesse?
It's Elvish. I don't know.
Here comes 2 from the Prez.
Can I
Fascist,
just say real
fascist.
I love this.
We're not supposed to be talking.
No,
they can.
We can talk. They can't talk about the policies.
Oh, I love this game.
Right.
Oh.
She gave me 2 fascist cards.
I got 3, so I had to hand him 2.
That's fine.
But the odds of you getting 3 are not there.
They are pretty high, actually.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
They're relatively high.
Fascist cards.
Because of the number of
counting
fascist
the
cards
cards over here, right? They're taking a tally. They know how many's left, so...
went down, the chances are there's a lot of discarded liberals in that pack, right?
Yeah, there's 11 fascist cards. There's only 6 liberal cards.
Yeah, and 2 liberal cards are already on the board, and there's no way that one of these assholes didn't discard at least 1 liberal card. So it's entirely possible that you got 3 fascists.
Can I just say,
No, because I'm thinking
please?
like there was 2 with Sinvicta, there was 2 with Krendor. That's 4 fascist cards there.
Wait. I didn't do anything in this game.
Can we not
get
elect
elected.
Sinvicta as chancellor?
Yeah, you didn't get elected. Yeah, I
Can we
didn't
not
get
elect him
elected.
as chancellor?
I haven't.
President now gets the...
I know,
The
but I don't
current
want
president
you to-
gets to pick the next president, I think it is.
Chancellor.
What? Why?
Because
Do you think he's Hitler?
I think he might be because he's put me as a fucking chancellor.
Oh God.
I don't know if he's Hitler,
Okay.
but I don't
because-
trust Sinvicta right now.
But you think
because
he's
of
like
the-
think
because
he's
of
like
the
stroking
fascist-
your thigh a little bit?
Yes.
Because of the fascist policy, does that mean I get to pick the
You
next
get to pick the president, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If I make Sinvicta president, then he can't be chancellor.
That is true. He can't
Rationale, right?
be chancellor.
Uh-oh.
So,
Uh-oh.
However, if the fascist policy's picked, he can kill somebody.
Yeah, that's the problem.
He's a
We
fascist.
don't.
So he can.
But Jesse, it's the same for Jesse, and I don't trust Jesse either.
Jen,
you guys could-
Jen,
you could
do you
also
trust?
just not
Jen, do you
vote
trust
in.
me right now? Because if you trust me right now, you should make me the president.
Make me the
But I
president.
didn't
He's
know.
asking. He's a liberal.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can make me the president.
You can make
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to get like more information on people, except
Oh my God, she's saying she's making up bullshit right now.
without having to go to the point of like possibly making Hitler the chancellor. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
but you know I'm not Hitler.
I'll be honest. This is one of the first times I have no clue about anything except I know Krendor's a fascist. I'm convinced of that.
Fascist.
I don't know anything but that.
Well,
You
if
gave me those cards.
Krender
Krendor.
is,
I
if
gave you
Krender
a
is,
little
then we know
fascist.
that Strippin and Krender both are. So it's like
I
Why?
don't think Strippin and
Krendor could be
Krendor
a
are.
fascist, and then he could
I
just
really
have been
don't.
honest about my card.
I don't know.
Hide the fact he's a fascist.
I don't think Krendor's a fascist. I think Jesse's a fascist. I think Krendor was honest about Strippin's
Nope.
card.
False.
I was
False.
honest about
False.
it.
False.
I gave
He
you
might
was
have been
honest
honest
about
about
my
the
cards.
cards
He
he gave
picked
me,
the
but he
fascist.
was not honest about the cards he gave me. He did not
The
give
one thing he was
Yes, I
honest about.
was.
One thing he was honest about was my card, which means you can give one of
can
the
trust-
cards to me, the Chancellor or the President. I am definitely liberal.
If you
Okay.
get the
I'm
presidency,
definitely liberal. I haven't done anything in this game.
well, that's the problem. That means we don't know either way.
Right. All right.
Oh my
All
So
right.
Jen, it's your
Honestly,
choice. Who's
good
president?
try,
Bear in
Doctor.
mind, you're
Good try.
potentially giving the power to kill to somebody here.
Isn't
This one ends really
Okay.
quickly.
Awesome.
We can only guess what happens.
Chancellor.
Well,
Also, if
yeah.
you are
If a chancellor gets elected, they must reveal whether or not they're Hitler at this point on.
And if they are, so
That's not president. That's
Jenna,
chancellor.
Jenna,
Who-
can we give that? Give. What's up?
Oh,
Sorry.
so at this
What I
point-
wanted to ask is, who do we absolutely believe is suspicious right now?
Jesse, I mean, well, Jesse is suspicious and Krendor is suspicious because we know there's a lie going on there.
Does everyone kind of agree with that?
towards Invicta being suspicious too. I really
Why
am.
would you, I don't know why you're
He's
trying
clear.
to.
We know that.
I haven't even done anything in this game.
I mean,
And see, that's why I initially was leaning toward, giving Sinvicta the presidency, because I don't trust him to be chancellor, because I think he might be.
Right. All right. Okay.
So
Jenna.
I'm okay with giving him the presidency to see where he goes with it, and we can always vote down if we don't believe, because then the presidency will pass on.
I mean, if you guys don't trust me, you can just vote no.
If a fascist gets presidency, they know who Hitler is. They can just.
I personally think you should put Strippin as president.
After this point, if Hitler becomes chancellor, game over.
Shoot Krendor in the face.
Don't. No, absolutely not. Dude, we have no reason to trust Jesse at this point.
I want to see where Sinvicta will go with this. I'm sorry if you guys don't trust this.
That's
but
a
I want to see where he goes with
I don't know if it's a waste though. Like I want to see who he tries to give chancellorship.
What a shitty move if she's trying to sell this as good. She's going to pass it here, and if the vote doesn't pass next time, she's going to be president again. So they get 1-2 extra turns at making Hitler chancellor. So transparent.
This is a mistake.
Well, we can vote no.
He'll have a bullet regardless.
Yeah, but it's fine. We can vote no if we did.
This is a big mistake.
If we're not okay with the choice,
either
we can
of these
vote
guys,
no.
he's clear.
Because then we're gonna have to vote no for Jesse as well.
This doesn't feel
Which
good.
is fine. We can do that too.
We're gonna vote no for Jesse.
Yeah, well, I think do that. So that's not a problem.
It's gonna be a random
And then you just let me be the
They
president.
think they're dealing with one here.
Vote no for me. I wasn't even in on that conversation.
Well, of course, because we don't trust you.
Why would you be in on it?
Why would you be in on it? We don't want you as part of it. Because you're obviously a fascist.
Okay, you don't go to someone who's about to have an intervention and let them know beforehand.
Oh my god. Yeah, but interventions are helpful, and if you make me president...
All right, Sinvicta, who are you giving chancellorship to?
President, I hope be helpful.
Jenna, honestly, right now, I think you're suspicious.
I think Jenna's Hitler. I'm convinced.
Sinvicta,
I think you're suspicious for giving that to Sinvicta.
He's like the only
That's
person
true.
I believe who hasn't actually been like somewhat
Not Hitler,
tested.
but true.
I'm
I
not
haven't done
certain.
anything yet.
He
in
hasn't
the game,
done anything
officially.
action-wise in the game.
If
Sinvicta
Sinvicta
gives
gives this to
anything.
Krendor, I am
Sinvicta
convinced.
should not have tried to give me chancellor.
He
after
gives it
I
to
was
Krendor,
already in
they gotta
position
try to vote against it.
2 or 3 times.
I'm giving it. I nominate Strippin as my chancellor.
All right, I can't. I'm gonna vote 9. I trust Strippin, but I don't trust Sinvicta. I don't trust him with a bullet.
We know
Right,
we know
like, I
Sam's
could-
liberal.
If he
So
gives
just
me
let-
2 fascist cards, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I
And
know
you
you
know
will,
he's-
but he'll
Vote
still have
no.
a bullet though.
Yeah, he
Look-
will
He'll
have a
still have a bullet.
Yeah.
Like,
To be
Can't-
fair,
can't
if he
fascists
shoots a
vote together,
liberal, then
yeah,
we
yeah.
absolutely know he's
if
a
he shoots
fascist.
liberal, then we
Haven't
know.
flipped the card over yet.
Yeah, but then we're gonna be down a guy again.
Yeah.
Do we really want to be down another
I
person?
don't.
Guys, this is not a good thing. Do not vote this in.
Vote no.
I don't know anything.
I mean,
right now.
All right,
confused
the thing
now.
is, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a
he's
liberal,
gonna
but what
do
he's
the
saying
right
is
thing.
Sinvicta gets the bullet, and he might not be liberal.
Well, it depends. Because it's very, very likely.
It
that
depends on who you trust with the bullet more. So.
Right on
So,
the
like,
balance
I
of
should have got the presidency because I'm a liberal.
yeah
So, like,
on
if
the
I
balance
get the
yeah
bullet,
because
then we can use it for good.
because honestly, like the balance probabilities, even if
We
Sinvicta,
can use the bullet
if
for
Sinvicta
good,
is a
says the
fascist,
liberal.
even if Strippin is a liberal, it's very easy for Sinvicta to give him 2 fascist cards and force the bullet through.
I would much rather trust TB with the bullet right now than Sinvicta.
Yeah, we
That's
should
all I'm saying.
hold the parliament until I get president.
You
I
wanna-
don't know
you wanna
why
keep
you guys want to vote
Jesse too,
Sinvicta
right?
in.
I would
This is
so
not
I
a good
I
thing.
vote no.
Trust TB either.
Yeah, but
Why not?
Sinvicta's the only
I'm
one
showing you
that's
no
sketchy
reason not to
in this position
vote
right
this.
now.
I vote no on this. 9.
5 against 3, right? Numerically speaking, it has to happen sooner or later. The thing the fascism really wants is for everybody to vote yes all the time.
Trust Strip.
Okay, that's
yeah. I mean,
that's
trusting
okay.
Strip isn't good enough though because we're giving the power of the bullet to someone. So presidency passes on now to Jesse, who again I would vote no for. Get the presidency to me,
Yeah.
and then we can use the bullet on someone
TB's a
that we
fascist.
actually.
You guys are so dumb. TB's a
All right.
fascist. Oh my
Right now,
god.
on my
No,
on my
absolutely
radar,
not.
Sinvicta and Jesse are both
Yeah,
sketchy.
he's been.
fascist.
Jesse has been suspicious the entire game and
I'm
is now
voting
trying to
no
cast
on
blame
this.
on me.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a
my
no.
god.
Honey, I'm
No.
not the chancellor. I never
TB's a
went through.
fascist.
Absolutely
you
vote
fascist.
no.
I'll vote no.
Absolutely vote no.
You said vote no. So
Vote no.
Sinvicta
See?
Everybody
Vote no.
votes together, not a higher.
Hold the parliament.
and Jenna are both sketchy. All
There
all
you go.
sketchy.
All right, so presidency goes to me. Good. Okay.
God, he's gonna. Oh my god.
TB, can you give me the chancellor, please?
Why? Why should I give you the
Why does Fry
chancellorship?
all of a sudden want
I'm
the
just
chancellor?
saying, if you want to,
I
if
wasn't
either
the
me
previous
or
Oh, it's hilarious.
chancellor.
Me
I mean, one way or the other, this is going to work out just fine.
Because I'm me, stripping also.
If I get the bullet, then I get to kill a fascist. If we don't get the bullet, then we get to pass a liberal policy. It's a win-win as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Okay. Because he is a fascist.
Myself, Strippin, or Krendor are the only people who give it.
Yeah, I agree, Cry. Like, it is either Krendor, Strippin, or you.
Yeah.
Give it to Cry.
Yeah, give it to Cry.
Give it to Cry, and then when Cry is president, Cry can give it to me, and that way we get 2 liberal turns.
So the first thing that happens after, if a vote happens to pass, he's already yelling 9. If the vote happens to pass, the first thing he has to say is whether or not he is particularly Hitler. They can go by process of elimination, but they can't hold Chancellor twice in a row.
I swear I am liberal. Give it to myself, Krendor, or Strippin.
Oh
give
my
it to
God,
Cry, and then Cry can give it to me.
I'm giving it to Krendor.
Oh,
I'm giving it to Krendor.
game over! Game over!
I trust Krendor. He's a fascist. Krendor's Hitler.
All right, vote yes.
Krendor is not Hitler.
Strippin, what are you doing?
Vote him in, and then we can get rid of him.
Vote 9!
Yes.
Vote 9!
Yes.
Oh no, it passed!
There we go. Krendor, are you Hitler?
Yes.
What?
We did it!
Fuck! Seriously? Fuck!
Yeah!
All right, I was right about these two.
Fuck! So Jesse, were you a liberal? You were fucking God damn it! Should have given it to fucking Cry. Oh God!
No.
What an asshole!
I had 2 of them down. I wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure about you. I was more sure about Krendor.
To me, we would have had 4 turns of liberalism. Like literally.
I should have given it to either you or Strippin. I should. Fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks, TB.
I didn't know. Krendor convinced
TV
me.
effectively became a fascist, and he went along with it. They could have hung the vote and gone 50-50. 8 players. That's difficult.
Jesse was the fascist.
Really?
Yes.
Made Jesse go insane.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
The fascists have lizards on their cards. It's funny as hell.
I was gonna give
trusted Strippin.
I was gonna give
Jesse was
a
like
liberal
pleading like it was his deathbed. I had to like take him at his word.
Yeah.
To me, he's pleading his deathbed because he knew that I was convincing, so he wouldn't get shot.
Oh, he knew
fuck.
that Krendor was Hitler.
Good job, Jenna. We did it.
I'm just saying, I fucking called out Jen and Invicta.
Good job. Good
Jesse
job,
has
Krendor.
literally walked away from his desk. I can
God
tell. He's just
damn it.
Oh, no,
Good job,
I'm
Krendor.
sorry
Good
that I
job.
called
Listen,
you
I
a
figured it out and I had
fascist.
no clue. I had no clue.
No, see, Jesse didn't know. Other than Krendor.
That was a hard one. That was a hard one.
Here's the thing.
I had
was
no
wrong.
clue.
I was right, but for the wrong reasons. I knew Krendor was a fascist, but when I thought TB was a fascist, so I thought his plan was to make it like, oh, I'm gonna put it to Cry, or I'm gonna do this, and then when everyone was yelling, he'd be like, fine, I'll give it to someone who isn't important, and gave it to Krendor, and I was like, oh, Krendor's fucking Hitler, but I thought TB was a fascist the entire time.
He was saying he was Hitler from the time the game started. Anyway. Curious game. Curious game. It's called Secret Hitler. Oh, I get a kick out of that one. Hey, look at the date. It's Wednesday. Whoa, Wednesday. So I was doing some thinking earlier aloud while I was working in Blender. Wondered about how I might be able to do audio replacement. And I did figure it out, actually. I think what I'm going to do is, for the sections of audio I know I'm going to want to replace, which is about number 47 onward. And because I want the audio quality to be roughly analogous from one days of recording to the other, I need to record it in much the same manner that I originally did. I'm going to be using Open Broadcaster to record short clips while streaming. I won't be recording everything at once. I just record it, a clip one at a time. They'll all go to another folder like this one. And then I'll be able to separate them from there. So, thing is, I got to do a whole bunch of these. And the other thing I'm going to want is the script. So I could hide that for now, and I'm going to pool open. I'm going to split this area. change that text editor. Here we have all of the script. Use Control T to get this word wrap on. So there's 47. I'm going to go to cam only for a second. Yeah, everything is cool there. Just making sure my recording settings work out okay. So I can get an idea what my cadence was in the first time around. Number 47. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. This, there's probably a point in the movie I didn't really get into either in the first part. We were at 17 minutes, was it? 17 minutes in. Huh. So let's have a listen through. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break before I get into the work. It won't be a long break. You got Secret Hitler to think about, though. Hey.
I cannot tell you the name of the tune that it came from. The lyric, on the other hand, the lyric I got at a come home here while drinking with friends. It's called Marine Effect Squad. I left the harbor at dawn, bound eastward for long, with my old Uncle Rube at the wheel. Ocean's Breeze is her name, she's a longliner of fame, with a fine sturdy hull made of steel. But the glass didn't lie until the snow started to fly, and then the whole ocean sky became a ball. Until my watch did begin, my Uncle Rube all a grin right into the teeth of the Marine Effect Squad. With the boat loaded light, set to steam for the night, well, I caught my first fright on the prow. As Uncle Rube took his ease in his cabin, the breeze started to freeze from her stern to her bow. I watched the waves turn to hills, and then my guts learned the thrills. Found the ship, arrested over into the maw, and into a boiler wreck I call all hands on deck, into the teeth of the Marine Effect Squad. With their hand mauls and picks, sure the crew double quick, hacked the ice nearly as fast as it froze. Still the freeze crusted onto the breeze till anon she took on a list from her starboard portholes. I'll wrestle the wheel hard a port, cry for mercy, sure like a sport. Uncle Rube then appears, stern and tall, takes the wheel from my hand and cry loose and all you can into the teeth of a marine effects squall. Through the tears and the sweat, my eyes was frozen shut until I couldn't see a bloody thing at all. 'Cause an Oscar lost his feet to the driving snow and sleet, so he works with his axe and his maul. Once I saw this girl wave and I took it for our grave. Turning turtle would be the end of us all. With a mighty groan and creak, sure off the ice falls in a sheet, right into the teeth of a marine effects squall. And when the dawn's light did break, me and the crew did awake, and barely the strength left to stand until the end. Ocean sun split the skies and then pierced upon my eyes. Never so glad have I ever been again. Uncle Lou, taut and cool, and given the silence as a rule, offered a prayer as he steered into the gale. For a long night like that, it deserves a solemn chat, given the teeth of a marine effects squall. Given the teeth of a marine effects squall. You're right into the teeth of a marine effects squall. It says it's based on a true story, but it's an original song. Thank you. Thank you. Now for my next trick, a highly derivative something else. Speaking of highly derivative, this one's called Puff Puff Pass Fernando. Cause it's called Puff Puff Pass Fernando. Many years it's been since I saw you with a reefer in your hand. Can you hear the bong, Fernando? Did you find it? That dandy little glass when you got outside of Disneyland. And I can see it in your eyes, that glassy stare when you take a rip upon it, man. Well, it was years ago, Fernando, when we met in Tijuana at a swank resort hotel. Maybe it was Acapulco. You worked the bar, Fernando. You were bloody well connected to the Zetas, I heard tell. And it was tattooed up and down your arms, the wide variety of substances you'd sell. 'Cause we got into the nitrous first, my guts done burst, Fernando. With a great big bag of coca leaves for you and me, Fernando.
Yeah.
And though we never thought that we would run,
Yeah, play it out.
out of grass.
I think I'm gonna go down on the street tomorrow. Get really in the mood. go down and make some like noise on the road. Haven't done it much this year. Not as much as I might have. In the meantime, yeah, I got a few minutes to get a snack here.
We were younger than Fernando. Will you put me in recovery position if I faint?
You're gonna rattle.
You're gonna rattle. Fernando. 'Cause I feel just a little queasy from all the smorgasbord we ate. And if you think that it's too early for this song, I'm here to tell you it's too late. Can you hear the drums, Fernando? Many hours, many minutes seem to last eternity.
You get lower, lower, lower.
In the firelight, Fernando.
Yeah, started off the last stream. I was using a bunch of music I recorded back in the early part of July because I lucked into a deal of a Dulcimer, and I jumped at it. It was awesome. First thing I did with the Dulcimer, consequently, was to spend some quality time putting a strap on it. Well, the first thing I did after I finished playing it for about 3 hours was put a strap on. I didn't stop playing it for hours. It's true. Like, ooh, yeah, let me at it. Let me at it. Mm-mm. I have a tuner here this evening. I'm going to use the tuner first. So easy, so simple, so fast. I'd be better there. So pretty, the Dulcimer. I mean, quite honest, I hadn't much thought about playing a Dulcimer until I came across a guy here on YouTube. Don't even remember his name right now. I'll probably show it a little bit later. He's a cool guy. He was playing Rosin the Bow. That's the reason why I found this channel. Cute rig, this one. Cute as heck. Can't get over it, I can't. Yeah, see with the strap like that, it'll stand it up and everything. Wicked. As long as the chair don't roll. As long as the boat don't roll over, we're all good. So I was saying, I think I'll be able to do my overdubbing by using Open Broadcaster in short bursts, taking the file which results and coming back out with it. I've already loaded all the video information here in Blender once, which allows me to go to the other place where files are being located. Consequently, it's going to be here in this folder. They'll be coming down with new file names that look like these. The files will all be pretty small, so it's not hard to deal with them. And yeah, speaking, you can see one of them here is Faith Goldie on Kilroy. I had used that one earlier the week. Or last week, actually, now. It was a while ago. So the thing I've got to do for the next several hours, probably, is re-record some audio clips. Trying to maintain the character which I've been using up to about there. And this is not going to be easy. And I got a little list here in front of me. Help keep me on track. So here's the first one. Number 47. Melodrama over little brother Kyle. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq. Cool. So here we go. I'm going to start recording and stop recording. I can see things that would be better done here. For example, this could be farther over here, so as to allow me the ability to see what I'm saying. Or join areas this way. Here, I got another option. Got a total third option, which won't be ignored. I didn't use Blender when I recorded it last time. I popped it up in a nice, big, easy to see text file. So I have to look for the right 47 now. That's the only thing. Here we go. Here we go. Gonna make it as big as I can for the size of the window so that when I start and stop the recording process. I could also set this up for keyboard press, come to think of it. Maybe that's the better thing for me to do first. Hotkeys. Start, stop recording. Let's see if this works. Start, stop recording should allow me to do this. Number 47. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. And that last take probably did it. So, I'll make reasons small for a second or two. I could actually make this always on top, probably be useful as well. Need to reload this window. We'll now see that there's this file been added. Oh. What did it say? It gave me an error that I didn't catch there. Could not be loaded. I wonder why. OBS BGs, OBS slideshows, no. Distortions, wrong one. AS stills, wrong one. 37 days. Let's go here. Should be room. It isn't very big, that's for sure. Maybe it didn't want to record while I was already recording. I'll delete it and try it again. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Takes a while for it to do its thing, that is for sure. Again, I'll reload it. How big a file? Yeah, not big enough. That's not going to work. Shoot. Trouble. Looks like I'm going to start recording before I start streaming to try it that way. It won't work then. Delete. Yosh. Well, if this is what it comes to, I'm going to have to do the recording off screen, come back and do it that way. Pain in the butt. I did look at a couple other pieces of software tonight that might work. I'm practically going to have to read everything again. Well, I'm only an hour downstream. I'm going to have to stop streaming in order to do this recording. Instead, we're going to switch microphones. I have another way around this. Yeah, maybe that's the other way around this. I have a third way of doing this. The third way wouldn't require this file to be loaded, but it would require a change in audio equipment. So give me 1 second here. Properties. Right. Funny, was working yesterday. I gotta restart something. Think I'm gonna try it with a restart on the stream. So if you're watching and wondering what I'm tooling around with here, I'm going to have to make a quick switcheroo with what I'm using to record. So please stand by. I'm going to go back to this window. Please stand by. I'll be right back. And start streaming. I think that might have worked. Got to check my monitor levels here. Make sure that anything isn't turned up too high. Ah, that's pretty loud. How's this? Better, 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 better. Swing, better, 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 better. Better? Boo, bah. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Quick and easy, hey? So, I've got more than one microphone available to me. That's why I can make a quick switcheroo. I'm going to also quickly do some updating of window names here. This one's correct. Blender be ready. Right there. And I can show it. And anything else? No. That one's correct. That one's fine. Pop the window. Says I'm still streaming. Excellent. Excellent. No stop, no worry. No fuss, no bother. So there's the three windows that really matter. You might be wondering what I did. Well, I have an audio recording unit, which is separate and acts as a microphone. And since I don't necessarily need the high quality microphone while I'm streaming, I'll use that one for streaming. The other microphone, the one I'm talking to. And I'll do the recording to this. Which won't allow me to monitor it right away, but it'll be in between. It'll be a sideways step. The other thing is I won't need these things on here, but in here. So I can hear what I just did. And I do have a folder on this device which is ready for the purpose. So that is the better way out, I would think. Maybe I will use this folder. File. And when the time comes to get the files off of this thing to the computer here, that's easy. But I probably want to do a bunch of them before I go fooling around with the next one. Delete any ones that didn't work, for example. Microphone level needs to be lower. And so I'm going to practice a time or two before I try recording it. Melodrama over little brother Kyle. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Yeah, that's pretty good. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Oh, I can also pause. That's kind of neat. So I'll go down to the next one. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Yeah, okay. Headshed briefing. Oh, that's not going to work. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Number one dude, Zarqawi. The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the new The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the news coverage, not because he was in Fallujah. Another pause there while I get ready for the next one. Let's coach up the Marines is already done. I don't have to do that again. So it's this part only. Because SEALs are actually trainers and personnel coaches. Because SEALs are actually trainers and personnel coaches when they're not watching porn and playing video games like the book describes. That was pretty good. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. That will work. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. Dogs refers to regular infantry and Marines and implies SEALs are higher class or something. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. Dogs refers to regular infantry and Marines and implies SEALs are a higher class or something. It's only a minute so far, but this is working okay. I can stop and start as I go. I can pause and leave some spaces for cutting. Mustafa is not an Iraqi. Mustafa is not an Iraqi, but a Syrian Olympic shooter. Mustafa is not an Iraqi, but a... tricky. Mustafa is not an Iraqi, but a Syrian Olympic shooter. No sense in saying he's Iranian when Syria is overrun with ISIS. It's a little joke there for 2014. Don't cow it out on Kyle. That's the way of saying that. Don't cow it out on Kyle. Don't cow it out on Kyle. This scene isn't in the book, but his views on cowardice are. He made George Patton look like Shirley Temple. That worked. Training up means let me lead. How do you spell control issues? So it's a little bit of Werner. It's a little bit of generic European. Kyle, interrogation sniper. Kyle, interrogation sniper. The only interrogator in Iraq that didn't use waterboarding. Here's the next one, 55, getting right through here. 48 for, yeah, I did all of these. 52 I didn't need to do again. Local warlord and mini boss bad guy. Excuse me. So yeah, I can get all the information off the stream too if I really wanted to, but I'm being precise in what stuff I'm recording here. Local warlord and mini boss bad guy. Mini boss bad guy. Local warlord and local warlord and mini boss bad guy is identified. He come, he drill. Not in the book. The drill part I'll cut out. I already got a good take of that. I'll just take it from the other one. Who is the sir here? Very simple question there. It sounds a lot like a Bergzag line. Which one am I at? 57. I've got a tally here, which I'm going to be also keeping updated as I go. So I've got the first line done, 56, 57, 58. Well, 57 is the one I'm at. Better off this way, I think. Intelligence headshot. Intelligence headshot. Intelligence headshot. Kyle turns up an unknown alias. Right. Not in the book. The term is in the book. Not in the book. I'm going to be saying a lot of this not in the book. I could copy this once or twice even. 58, 59. Not in the book. There may be a bunch of ways of saying that. 60. Gunfight phone call is in the book. Gunfight phone call is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. The fictional family is gonna get wasted. Here we go. 62. It says I don't need to do this one again. 63. Bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Okay. Bad guys escape. Oh, watch it, watch it. Watch it now, watch it now. Patty told Maddie. Gotta act up some. Gotta act up. Ooh. Bad guys escape. Here we go. Bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. The bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Product placement. Mustafa is on foot, like he's not only cool, but environmentally conscious. Seals catch hell, or is it Marines? Seals catch hell, or is it Marines? That'll work. Seals catch hell, or is it Marines? That worked? Yep, it did. Film implies that Kyle spent 3 weeks hitting the gym prior to the end of Tour 1. Here we go. The film implies that Kyle spent 3 weeks hitting the gym prior to the end of Tour 1. Definitely not in the book. We're only 3 minutes worth of audio so far. This is working great, I think. I'm leaving a little bit of gap in audio so I can leave a cut mark in each spot. 65, I just did, yeah. 66 is required. Homecoming number 1. Homecoming number 1. Taya is still pregnant because 250 days isn't quite a full gestation period. I have an alien growing inside of me. I don't have to do that again. Not in the book, although, like in the book, it compares reality to a popular Hollywood blockbuster. 68. Kyle's pattern of decompression. Doesn't need to be done. 69. Oh, this one was a tongue twister the first time I say gynecologist. He's really an obstetrician I'm looking for, right? Obgyn. Ultrasound tech at the Obgyn seems willing to do work on Chris for free. The ultrasound tech at the Obgyn seems willing to do work on Chris for free. And this years before Obamacare. Bonus points. Hybrid High blood pressure was mentioned in the book, but only after 4 tours. Little cut got to happen there. I'll do that in Blender after. Not in the book, and be careful, and be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Chris. Oh, that was a wild one. I used Kyle every other place. I should use it there too. Not in the book, and be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Kyle. There's the pause. So I've got a double take done in this one now. 71. 71. Kyle lets loose and Taya immediately goes into labor. Kyle lets loose and Taya immediately goes into labor. Uber convenient timing is uber convenient. '71, '72. I get to 75, I'm going to stop and give this a shot. See how it works. I don't think that there is a single shot in this movie. Yeah, that might work. I don't think that there's a single shot in this movie where a newborn actually looks real instead of being an obvious doll. No babies were harmed in the making of this film, and brain damage the audience receives may not be permanent. Sounds like he's disappointed when he says it, right? That's the charm of this. I know what I'm doing. I said I'd stop at 75, right? Just to get an idea of how this is going to go down. 73. Kyle watches Mustafa's snuff films. While the book does mention the existence of such films, it only ever admits to Kyle viewing pirated DVDs he bought while in Iraq. A depressing little fact, that one. Not in the book. This is the film's way of attempting to establish what drove Kyle to go back for 3 more tours. Okay. Not in the book. This is the film's way of attempting to establish what drove Kyle to go back for 3 more tours. I think that'll work. And 75. This is easy. That is in the book. So I've got a 5-minute file that I just recorded here onto my device. Looks like the device wants to have some batteries replaced before I go doing too much more recording. That's easy enough. I've got additional batteries ready to go for that purpose. Oh, gracious me. I want these over here now. So what I just did was record to this particular device. It's a Zoom audio recorder. There's the hard drive. I will now swap it over to this machine. Once plugged in, I'll be able to access that file I just recorded. It's only 5 minutes of audio. 5 minutes, that's about 1/9 of the length of the actual total project, so that's pretty good, right? So I know it's in this folder, I know it's this one. So I'll copy that. And where does it need to go? Well, it was pretty much just there. I'll put it in this folder for now. How big is it? It's 53 megs. I might have to load it once or twice, but it won't be terribly difficult to deal with. And since I don't need this drive anymore, I'll pop that back out. So I think most of those takes are the ones that are useful out of them. the best of those should be easily dealt with now in Blender. I'll be able to pretty much slot in a whole bunch of replacement audio over the top here. It'll all fit in at once. And it'll be shorter then because it's minus the numbers. Like number 47. I didn't say the numbers. So that's the only trick here, is I still have to cut this to fit the length of time that's required for it. But the cutting should be easily managed with the waveform enabled, and knowing that the breaks are between each of the pieces of audio. So this corresponds to that. Let me see which take is the best one. I'll just hide this for now, and this one too. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. So there's going to be a difference between muscles, and instead they decided to play it as if this was romantic. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being... Oh, don't know if that's going to work. Might have to record it all at once. That's the kick. That's the real kicker of this. I might have to record every bit of it at once. And that sucks. Shift K gets me the new end to work with. So this here and this here, I'll unhide that. Take a guess as to where to put it. I'll snap it to there. Looks to be about as long as the other one. The number follows. On this one, I should turn the audio down or cut it and get rid of it. Could cut it right there. So just a single K command. And snap it back that way. And snap it over this way. Shift K is a hard cut. Soft K, I want to be able to move this back and forth. I could move now this all the way over to here if I really want to. So here's my romantic proposed change. Number 47. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Number 48. Oh. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Number 1 dude, Zarqawi. The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the new Headshed briefing. So that end can go to there now, and this end can go to here. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Number 1 dude, Zarqawi. Number 1 dude, Zarqawi, that's those two places. The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the new That needs to be cut out. So here we go. Is that their only? The only again, yes, okay. So I'm going to put a hard cut here, Shift K. I'm going to grab that back to the last useful audio. Zoom in on it, make sure I get it tight cut. I want this tighter is why. Like this. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Number 1 dude, Zarqawi. The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the news coverage, not because he was in Fallujah. The number was here. So I need to unhide this one. I know how long I want this piece to be, since I'd already done the cut there. So I can keep the number to about there. And now what I need to do is to make this fit inside of here. There's 2 places for me to do it, both in this file. So I'll just a regular soft cut would be better, I think. like that. And now I go back here, shift snap. This one can do the same thing right there. Go back, shift snap. Go to the next one, that one, shift snap. It now fits where the last cut did. I can now put another cut, even a hard cut here. In that one, shift K. Grab that, bring it back. This one can now move almost to here, I would think. So this and this coincide. And on that one, I'm going to soft cut it there on that piece. And I'm going to soft cut it here at the end of where the number is, so that I can hide that one little area. As he was in Fallujah. Number 39. Because SEALs are actually trainers and personnel coaches when they're not watching porn and playing video games, like the book describes. Number 50 speaks to... Haha. Jump the gun there, Jimmy. Shift cut there, a hard cut, grab. Getting rid of some of that extra audio in the end. We'll put that there, snap that forward. Let those dogs sniff out Zark. Oh. Number 39. Did I miss one? Number 48. 48, 49, 50, 51. I don't need 52. Right. Let those dogs sniff out Zarqawi. Mark Lee speak. Aha, ha ha ha. That's my reasoning. That's my problem. Didn't need the voice acting. I need the voice acting. I didn't need to cut it out there like that. Let those dogs sniff out Zarqawi. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. Dogs refers to regular infantry and marines, and implies SEALs are a higher class or something. So yeah, unhide that. This one should be cut there. And maybe about there to hide this sequence. This one will be cut with Shift K, and that brought back to there. 50. Let those dogs sniff out Zarqawi. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. Dogs refers to regular infantry and marines, and implies SEALs are a higher class or something. Number 51. Mustafa is not an Iraqi. Mustafa. Right. Excellent. This worked out well. This is working out better and better. I think I might have made the right decision. Soft cut and a soft cut. We hide this. We listen. Number 51. Mustafa is not an Iraqi, but a Syrian Olympic shooter. No sense in saying he's Iranian when Syria is overrun with ISIS. Number 52. Oh, the jokes. Some of these jokes were so funny back then that I didn't even realize how funny they were. I gotta hide this for a second. Fuck this. I'm gonna go clear houses with Marines. You coming? Don't cow it out on... this 52? It is. I didn't record 52. I'm gonna go clear houses with Marines. You coming? Don't cower out on Kyle. This scene isn't in the book, but his views on cowardice are. He made George Patton look like Shirley Temple. Oh, I did do that one. I re-recorded that one. I'm pretty sure I did.
Out on
Fuck
Kyle.
this. I'm gonna
This
go
scene
clear houses
isn't
with
in the
Marines.
book,
You
but
coming?
his views on cowardice.
Don't. Snap. There's the cut. I can now grab this and essentially line it up this way. Find where the number cut is, right about there. Shift K. This end's going to come back to about there. Here, I need a soft cut practically at that point and at this point to get rid of that. Fuck this. I'm going to go clear houses with Marines. You coming?
Don't cower out on Kyle. This scene isn't in the book, but his views on cowardice are. He made George Patton look like Shirley Temple.
Number 53.
Training up means
Training. Excellent. Snap. Training up means let me lead. I think that's a fairly good criticism of the PTB in this case. Here we go. Don't need any of this audio. Look, I can bring that back this side without adding any new data. Number 53.
Training up means let me lead. How do you spell control issues?
Number 54.
Kyle.
Interrogation. Yeah, this is the better take above too. So I need a cut. Say around about there. A soft cut will do. Going to bring it back this way. So there's no need for me to add any new data at all if I don't want to. I can just do it this way. As long as I get rid of the old take in favor of the new one. 4.
Kyle, interrogation sniper. The only interrogator in Iraq that didn't use waterboarding.
Number 55.
Local warlord.
Shift K, hard cut, G, bring it back. Now that that's selected, I'm going to try to manually get it to close to where it's going to be needed. Oh, I need to make a cut in this one. This is a tricky one.
Local warlord and mini bad boss guy identified.
Is ID.
He come.
He drill. He drill. I want that down here. And then this and this are the same. So I'm going to hide this first and I'm going to figure out what I need. He drill. Not in the book. Oh, okay. So here, soft cut. I'll snap. Oh, shoot. Control Z. Did that the wrong way around. Snap it that way. Going to take a second to reload all of those waveforms. And here I need another soft cut. I grab this one. I think I can get rid of all of this, right? Local warlord and mini bad boss guy is ID'd. So it could be back as far as there. Here we go. I unhide that one. Local warlord and mini boss bad guy is identified. Much better, hey? Shift K, grab. Move this over this way. He come, he drill is going to be taken out. I want to move this one in between a little more. Local warlord and mini boss bad guy is identified. He come, he drill. Not in the book. Oh, so funny. Local warlord and mini boss bad guy is identified. He come, he drill. Not in the book. So now I've got a chance and an opportunity to kind of mix the two tracks together a little more. And we can see some spots here. I've got them. I'm going to start deleting these because I don't need them. I got to be careful though I don't delete something on it inadvertently. So now all I'm keeping is the numbers. Practically. Or the voice acting parts. That looks like a likely place for a cut. Not in the book. Number 56. Who is the sir? Sir! Here? First platoon's planned down! Who is the sir? Sir! First platoon's planned down! Who is the sir here? Number 57. Intelligence headshot. Intelligence. Shift K. Grab, move that back. It doesn't need to be right at the back, but closer to intelligence headshot should start sometime around there, so I can snap that one forward. You can see how these line up really nice. So I would imagine that all of this take's going to be good from that point onward. Curious as to what I'm listening to below here. Thought so. So I'm going to cut it here. Grab that all the way back to there. Unhide this. Get to that point. Shift K. G. Bring it back here. Taking a guess, it's going to want to move at least that much and probably more. But before I move on, I'll listen to this double take here. Number 57. Intelligence headshot. Kyle turns up an unknown alias. Right. Not in the book. Number 58. Headshed. The term is in the book. Headshed. So I need to get around this piece. I'm going to be cutting it with a soft cut around about there, and I want to get rid of term is in the book. That's this part. And then I'm going to shift K, hard cut it. Bring that end in, bring this end over. That belongs to there, I think. Somewhere more like, maybe this is about there, maybe, I don't know. I think I might have to take a pause out of here. I don't want contractors in and on it. Not in dollars. The book. Not in the book. Not in number the book. 50. I did it twice. That makes sense. Shift K for a hard cut. Bring it back. Takes care of that part. This would line up roughly, I would think, about there. I was in seminary before I joined the Navy. The book. Why? But not. Which one are we at? 59. Number 59. I was in seminary before I joined the Navy. Why? Gambling. Not in the book. All right, there are two not in the books. So these don't need to be terribly well synchronized anymore either. Book. Gonna want contractors in and on it. We're hunting dollars. Not in the book. Number 59. I was in seminary before I joined the Navy. Why? Not in the book. Gambling. Not in the book. Number 60. So it goes to there, right? These two would line up roughly with one another. And get to the end of this clip. Soft cut it. Grab it. Get rid of everything I don't need. The part that I replaced. I was in seminary before I joined the Navy. Why? Gambling. Not in the book. Number 60. Hey, babe. Gunfight phone call is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. That's correct for that and that. Very, very close fit between these two. It's going to be tricky. Hey, babe. Going to be a real tight fit. To about there, so I'll shift cut it. G brings it back to there. This one can then resume playback. Number 60. Hey, babe. Gunfight phone call is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. Number 61. A close fit there, but it'll work. Could take out a second there. Could take out a section even. But I'm not going to bother. Very close. I might have to. A soft cut between them. So the gap of time is only a fraction of a second anyway. Oh, no, no, no. Grab X. I think that'll work. Is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. Since this is silence, I can get rid of that gap. Is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. And if I do it from the other side, it'll sound even better. Is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. Number 61. Perfect. Oh, shit. The fictional family. Fictional. Oh, shit. The fictional family is gonna get wasted. Number 62. The bad guys escape. Ramping up psychology. Ramping up psychology. I don't want to change here. Didn't re-record it, so it's gonna not quite fit. But it'll be alright. He drill. So this all goes over to about here. Number 62. Ramping up psychology. Butcher. Mustafa. Drill in kid's leg. Bullet stopped by helmet. All fictional. Dog on roof. Roof. Number 63. Bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Product placement. Mustafa's on foot. Like he's not only cool, but environmentally conscious. Number 64. Did I only do one take of that, I wonder? So now to get the spacing right. D3. The bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Product placement. Mustafa is on foot, like he's not only cool, but environmentally conscious. Number 64. Needs to have a gap introduced, so I will do that right now. G to bring back that end. This to bring this over. That looks about right already. The real gap which is available here is product placement. The best gap to fool with, I think, is this one. Which gives me all the time I need, right? 3. The bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Product placement. Mustafa is on foot, like he's not only cool, but environmentally conscious. Number 64. Seals catch hell. Or is it Marines? Yep. The new take's better than that. Seals catch hell. Or is it Marines? Shift K to get the heart cut in. Bring that back. Walla walla. That's going to shift over. Looks pretty good there, but is there voice acting here? The film implies that Kyle spent 3 weeks hitting the gym prior to the end of Tour 1. Definitely not in the book. Shift K. G to bring this back. This take is about as long as this piece of video, then it's good. It's effectively, I don't care about the difference in timing. I don't need to line it up exactly. Number 65. The film implies that Kyle spent 3 weeks hitting the gym prior to the end of Tour 1. Definitely not in the book. Number 66. Homecoming number 1. You can see the lining up here is pretty good. Come over here, get that. Shift K. A lot less thinking, a lot less precision involved in the process I'm currently in the middle of. Single S, or single K I should say, in the bottom there. Easy. Not in the book. Number 66. Homecoming number 1. Taya is still pregnant because 250 days isn't quite a full gestation period. Number 67. Not in the book.
I have an alien growing inside of me.
In the book, it compares
Not in the
reality.
book.
Trying to find the right timing here so that this will work out.
I have an alien growing inside of me.
Not in the book, although, like in the book, it compares reality to a popular Hollywood blockbuster. Number 68. The timing is perfect. The faster it cuts from one thing to the next, the better. It makes me chuckle. It'd be nice to get out, so that belongs to there, I think. Kyle's pattern of decompression is in the book. He stayed at home for... Oh, 68. Didn't need to be done, did it? 68 gets skipped.
Must have been nice to get out.
Kyle's pattern of decompression is in the book. He stayed at home for 1 or 2 weeks, avoiding roads, highways, large numbers of people, and loud noises. Number 69. The ultrasound technician at the obstetricians seems willing to do work on Chris. And this years before Obamacare. Bonus points. High blood pressure was mentioned in the book. Number 70. After 4 tours. So that one, Shift K to trim between the cut. This one is a double cut kind of thing, where just a single K. So I think that's how this breaks down. Now I snap that one in, and we cover the difference, yeah? Unhide that. Bring it back to about there. Number 69. The ultrasound tech at the Obgyn seems willing to do work on Chris for free. And this years before Obamacare. Bonus points. High blood pressure was mentioned in the book, but only after 4 tours. Number 70. You sabotaged me back there. Not in the book. Not in the book. And Not in the book. And be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Kyle. He's all about payback, is Chris. I'd do that again. Not in the book. And be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Kyle. Number 72. Kyle. That looks about right. So I think there's going to be a Shift K there. And that needs to move back like that. This needs to be unhidden. I want the click sound. That'll be a click sound here. That soft cut. And remove everything except the voice acting. 70. You sabotaged me back there. Not in the book. And be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Kyle. Number 71. Kyle lets loose. Number 71. Kyle lets loose, and Taya immediately goes into labor. Uber convenient timing is uber convenient. Ooh, aha. Let's say that there all has to fit in there, so that looks about right. If I can bump it back just a tiny bit more. Which also means I should be able to get rid of most of that audio easily. Number 72. I don't think that there's a single shot in this movie where a newborn actually looks real instead of being an obvious doll. No babies were harmed in the making of this film, and brain damage the audience receives may not be permanent. Number 73. Like he says, like he's almost disappointed. I'm gonna laugh at that for weeks. Oh, I've got 2 more to go. This is excellent. This might work really well. I just weigh my way through a part of the way. About 25 of them out of a total of 150. Maybe it won't take too long to redo these shots or redo all of this audio at all. Maybe I was overestimating the investment. Maybe monkeys will fly out of my butt. I think that's how the Wayne's World breakdown used to work, wasn't it? Shift K. Bring that back. This looks like it belongs about there now. Maybe back here a little more. Which means this will end up snapped into about there. And then this belongs on that back end. That'll be another not in the book, if I remember right. Right, it looks just about right there. So what else needs to be cut? All the way up to there, I would think. And then in here, a soft cut. To about there. So I'm going to back this up a tiny bit. Not back it up like make a copy. I mean, I'm going to go back in time and... Mustafa gets a kill while Kyle is working. Not in the book. Number 41. Smells like piss in here. Kyle was the one who pissed. It wasn't any Iraqis or insurgents either. Number 42. Gonna write out some shooter statements. How many? 6 plus 2 unconfirmed. Kyle inflates his own ego at the same time as he inflates his kill. Number 43. He's carrying a Quran. Look, I don't know what a Quran looks like. Psst. Kyle, you genius. It's a fucking book. Number 44. Ball-breaking legend. Up till now, his nickname is supposed to be Tex. Delivered by Biggles, not in the book. Kyle responds by throwing food at him instead of starting a fist fight. Number 45. You killed anyone yet? Taya, who is presented as being semi-critical of warfare at the beginning of the movie, secretly taking perverse pleasure in knowing she's married a killer. Number 46. If you was 300 pounds... Oh, that's so romantic. How's my boy? Psst. Obvious sarcasm was ruled out in rehearsals, and instead they decided to play it as if this was romantic. Number 47. Melodrama over little brother Kyle being sent to Iraq with the Marines. Number 48. Headshed briefing on Al-Qaeda assets and local power structure. Number 1 dude, Zarqawi. The only reason to use Zarqawi is because of all of the news coverage, not because he was in Fallujah. Number 49. Because SEALs are actually trainers and personnel coaches when they're not watching porn and playing video games like the book describes. Number 50. Let those dogs sniff out Zarqawi. Mark Lee speaks to Kyle. See, that works really good all of a sudden when there's two tracks kind of overlapping. Refers to regular infantry and marines and implies SEALs are a higher class or something. I might want to start doing number 51. Earlier. Mustafa is not an Iraqi, but a Syrian Olympic shooter. No sense in saying he's Iranian when Syria is overrun with ISIS. Use a computer. Number 52. Fuck this. I'm gonna go clear houses with Marines. You coming? Don't cower out on Kyle. This scene isn't in the book, but his views on cowardice are. He made George Patton look like Shirley Temple. Number 53. Training up means let me lead. How do you spell control issues? Number 54. Kyle, interrogation sniper. The only interrogator in Iraq that didn't use waterboarding. Number 55. Local warlord and mini-boss bad guy is identified. He come! He drill! Drill! Not in the book. Number 56. Sir! First platoon's planned down! Who is the sir here? Number 57. Intelligence headshot. Kyle turns up an unknown alias. Right. Not in the book. Number 58. Headshed. The term is in the book. Gonna want contractors in and on it. We're hunting dollars. Not in the book. Number 59. It's way better with two voices. I was in seminary before I joined the Navy. Why? Gambling. Not in the book. Number 60. Hey, babe! Gunfight phone call is in the book, but not in this place, time, or circumstance. Number 61. Oh, shit. The fictional family is gonna get wasted. Number 62. Ramping up psychology. Replacement Butcher. Batteries. Mustafa. Drill in kid's leg. Bullet stopped by helmet. All fictional. Dog on roof. Roof. Number 63. The bad guys escape in a Toyota pickup. Product placement. Mustafa is on foot, like he's not only cool, but environmentally conscious. Number 64. SEALs catch hell, or is it Marines? Number 65. The film implies that Kyle spent 3 weeks hitting the gym prior to the end of Tour 1. Definitely not in the book. Number 66. Homecoming number 1. Taya is still pregnant because 250 days isn't quite a full gestation period. Number 67.
I have an alien growing inside of me.
Not in the book, although, like in the book, it compares reality to a popular Hollywood blockbuster. Number 68.
Must have been nice to get out.
Kyle's pattern of decompression is in the book. He stayed at home for 1 or 2 weeks, 68. Avoiding roads, highways, large numbers of people, and loud noises. Sounds shitty now. Number 69. The ultrasound tech at the Obgyn seems willing to do work on Chris for free. And this years before Obamacare. Bonus points. High blood pressure was mentioned in the book, but only after 4 tours. Number 70. You sabotaged me back there. Not in the book. And be careful, Taya. He's all about payback, is Kyle. Number 71. Kyle lets loose, and Taya immediately goes into labor. Uber convenient timing is uber convenient. Number 72. I don't think that there's a single shot in this movie where a newborn actually looks real instead of being an obvious doll. No babies were harmed in the making of this film, and brain damage the audience receives may not be permanent. Number 73. Kyle watches Mustafa's snuff films. While the book does mention the existence of such films, it only ever admits to Kyle viewing pirated DVDs he bought while in Iraq. Number 74.
Was that him that day?
Not in the book. This is the film's way of attempting to establish what drove Kyle to go back for 3 more tours. Number 75. They're savages. Hey, they're fucking savages. That is in the book. Number 76. Tour number 2. Now Kyle is amazingly a chief, i.e. the highest rank. No way, right? I think I'll definitely confirm my own hypothesis. Better off with the punched in audio. Better off trying to maintain the fiction from the early part. Number 21. Introduce booze, then show his sensitivity by making sure she doesn't get puke in her hair. Ah. He really cares. He really cares. Right? Way better that way. So, we can see I had almost 50 pieces already done there. That's another 25. Gets us not quite to halfway. Halfway will be up to here. So I still had to do a bunch of punching in. And I can do it here on the stream while streaming and then pop the file in like I just did with that one. I think that'll work really well. Want to get my batteries charging on the other side though, and I'm going to take a quick break. In betwixt. I'll put it on this side so I can put the brake sign up. And what else we got on the go here? I'm going to listen to this before I go playing it straight through. I'll try to remember to talk while I'm listening. Yeah, I don't think I slaughtered it quite so bad this time.
I go by Banjo Man some of the time. I am a busker. Among other things.
True story.
So, Taylor's got another gig to get to, so I'm going to do this one nice and quickly, just to prove my point. Feel So I was telling Taylor I get to tell you this joke too. Because I'm a busker, I got 2 different banjos. In fact, I got 3. I got one that I've been playing for about 6 years now with 4 strings on it. This one's 50% more because I took the 5th string off. But anyhow, the 4-string banjo was the one that I played almost to pieces. I got myself a little 6-string recently, which is a 3/4 neck, and I call it the ice fishing rod. But then I got this one. This one is like for the summertime busting my fingers. It's like a fly fishing rod. And if I had to compare the little small one to the big one, yeah, this motherfucker's fly all the way, man.
We up a road where people were drinking and shoveling in your driveway and did a shot of whiskey with people.
Sort of remember that.
Tonight?
No.
I lost a bet.
I got a couple of originals that I brought along here this evening. This one is called The Old Wooden Flute. My name's Abel Organ.
That's one of my favorite songs there. That's one that I wrote. I'm not going to play it again there now. You've been reprieved. But hey, I was just outside and it is starting to snow again. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I guess I shouldn't be. It is December. Starting to snow on Christmas Eve. Goodness me. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means. Probably means I don't need to wear headphones when I'm playing a banjo. You see on my hands, yes indeed. Playing it as I speak. I was thinking about doing something like that, yeah? Good tune, that one. Speaking of the McCalls. It's not only McCalls, though. It was Christy. Hark, what's the noise out by the porch door? I said, Granny, 'tis mummers, there's 20 or more. Well, our old weathered face brightens up with a grin. Any mummers, nice mummers, loud in. Come in, lovely mummers, don't bother the snow. You can wipe up the water, sure, after you go. Don't mind where you sit, sore on some mummers knee, and we'll see if we know who you be. For there's big ones and tall ones and tall ones and thin. There's boys dressed as women, there's girls dressed as men, with humps on their backs and nits on their feet. My blessed, they'll die with the heat. There's only one there that I thinks that I knows. There's a long teller standing o'er alongside the stove. He's shaking his fist for to make me not tell. And be Willie from out on the hill. Sure, there's once a stranger, if there ever was one, with his trapdoor unstopped and his trapdoor undone. He's wearing his brother's big 32 bra. I knows, but I'm not gonna say. Don't suppose you find mummers gonna turn down a drop. Not homebrewed nor alky, whatever you got. And the one with his rubber boots on the wrong features enough for to do him all week. I don't suppose you can dance, yes, they all nods their heads. They've been tapping their feet ever since they came in. And now that the drinks have been all passed around, sure the mummers still blanket her down. Hold on to the lamp and hold on to the stove. Don't you swing Granny hard, 'cause you know that she's old. Don't mean where to dance when you buckles the floor, for mummers have danced there before. My God, how hot is it? We'd better go. I allow we'll all catch the devil's own cold. Goodbye and good Christmas, mummers me dear. Please God, we will see you next year. Goodbye and good Christmas, my mummers me dear. And please God, we will see you next year. Here's one from me to you for Christmas time. I didn't write that. That's considered a fairly modern traditional song. Recording the passing of an old time practice. Enough bring a tear to the eye of the saucy among us. The saucy and the easily swayed. Which one was I up to? 76, right? Yeah, 76, 77. Ooh, got a lot of work here in front of me. I gotta mind make some more music though before I give it up tonight. Don't know what's on the go here. Don't see a lot of action in the chat room. Don't figure I'm going to see a lot either. Not this hour of the night. Perhaps not the best time to decide to go streaming. Could save myself for tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. Could save myself. But I ain't got nothing better to do for the next little while anyhow. So I'm not really saving anything. Here's where we were. Just finished eyeing up the differences I'd made in terms of the vocal delivery for this part of the project. Still want to do the rest of them over again and then replace them. And then I'd worry about the necessary video work, which would be happening afterward. I'm really of two minds. I could start right now, or I could give it up, pack it in for the evening, kick back and, perhaps put on another pot of tea, enjoy it. The fact that I got a little bit of downtime before tomorrow. And yeah, I know that I'm going to work tomorrow. So, that all said and done. Thank you for watching. My name's jamespfp. This is the Banjocast. This project that you're looking at on screen right now, this one is going to be finished sometime in the next day or two. And when it is finished, it will be uploaded to the channel. You'll have watched everything that there is to see about the involved editing process in making a video sort of like this using a program like Blender, or using Blender specifically because it's free. If you've got any comments, leave them below in the video once it's posted. If you're interested in what you see, if you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Certainly do love those thumbs up. Certainly do love the comments. And I will talk to you later.